kicker Jake Elliott ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Rodgers now on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Michael Bennett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. 58.
Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Haloti Ngata busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Go,
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Jump out!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mike Daniels. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. 81.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Wentz being chased out left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Earlier, Charles, we were mentioning about how Green Bay missed the playoffs this last year. You know, they had made the playoffs 8 straight years, 2009 to 2016. But now 2 straight years without going to the playoffs. And when you're playing in a town called Titletown, USA, I don't know that you're accustomed to that.
This feels to them, even though it's just been 2 years.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Here we go. 58.
Chargers. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Great.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Wentz now to throw. Ertz has it left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Wentz. And he whips that one incomplete there. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Lion.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Flush to his right. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now they try the right side here. And shedding through the tackle. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Hey, 74. Lefty, lefty.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with a J. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jay Ajayi taking it in. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Right now, you got 58.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 32 that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Great 15, great 15.
Wentz now on 1st down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now Wentz. He's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Play action. Now Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Shorty, shorty, shorty. That's it.
Wentz now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay, but in order to get this...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And now Rodgers not pleased with the setup. He's going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Great.
On second down, here's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On play action, Wentz rolling to his right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. A very solid gain of 27.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket, completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while, and at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77, so not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
82, 82.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Wentz going to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And left side here, it's Graham.
Let's go.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Sheds off the tackle. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on first down. Caught on the right side by Adams. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
88.
Rodgers again now. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, they're on him too quickly back there, and it's blocked.
And even before that play happened, you know that they were taking the long view on their sideline. Needed a big play on special teams. Got to score on offense, and then they'll need another big play on special teams, probably an onside kick, if they want to win this game.
Yeah, 2-score game, but that play right there kind of kept the door open, didn't it?
Yes, it did, and it's open enough that they definitely have hope.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them lead up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from? And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A gain of 32 that time.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Wentz. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
58. Here we go. 58. Hey, check 26.
Back to throw, Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 53 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Hey, check 26.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Zone.
To throw is Rodgers. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it, because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Two jet.
Now a handoff looking right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Please.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Rap.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The 13 yards that time of the 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was
in the offseason, and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think